Hi, this is Ken Truman from the DC Derbyshire County Angling Club. Welcome to another video. Today we're going to be tying a fry pattern. I've been asked for this a few times, and so I've decided to make an effort and do a few videos in the winter. So the hook is a size 10. The hook I'm be tying on, that's an Elite size 10 barbless. I'm going to be tying today on a B175 size 10, which I've debarbed. So I'll put the hook in the vise, a bit thin, slightly thinner, or it looks slightly thinner, probably because it's not nickel plated. The thread is UTC 140 in black. We're using 140 because we need to build the head up so we can stick the eyes on. So I'll make a start with that. Got the waist off. The tail is Glow Bright number 4. So what we do is this piece of card. We need quite a few strands of this, so I'm going to wrap around the card. See, I'm just wrapping it around the card. It'll be about 10 times, I'll use 20 strands. Grasp the card in your hand, sorry I keep going the wrong way with that, don't I? And snip it, all the strands with scissors. Grab the strands, wet them, and we have 20 strands for the tail. That'll tie at least 7 or 8, maybe 10 flies. So try to keep it in one piece. Snip the end off and tie it in on top. Come down in touching turns, keeping the Glow Bright on top. Maybe a little bit more than that. This is performs 2 tasks, creates a hot spot, 2 turns around back, just to keep it up. Cut it off. Probably about the length of the body. Run that, wet that through your fingers. Lay it on your tying bench. We don't want to split it up. The tail and the wing are rabbit. I cut my own strips. This is just a patch of about 4-inch square rabbit, soft. Make sure you want a piece that's straight. Don't cut it off at the leg. You need the piece that's got straight fur. So I've cut a piece off that, which just cut it down back with scissors. Yeah, cut it straight down back with scissors. You get one of those. It's probably fraction over a 1/16 of an inch. So our fry expert, Mr. Stephen Tomlinson, has told me that thinner is better, so because you get more movement. So I'm going to put that in place. Make sure it's on top of the hook. You can wet it to keep the furry bits out of the way. I need probably half a dozen turns. couple of turns in front. The body is green straggle chenille. I believe this came from a certain Mr. Steve Newsom. I like the green. Most fry have a bit of red in them, hence the red tail, and most fry have a bit of green in them, hence the green straggle that we're using now. And this has got a bit of two shiny bits in, so I'll just keep the thread hanging up probably about 1/8 of an inch from the hook eye. Wrap the straggle. You can see the effect. Couple of turns. Snip it off. You could use, that's another straggle. You could use that. That is definitely from Mr. Newsom because it says Spartan 10mm olive fritz on it. I'm going to bring the wing over. It's not as bulky because it's a thinner strip. Tie that in, make sure it's straight on the back, over the eye. Snip that off, close as you dare. Now we need to build this up. And flatten the thread. If it's slipping towards the eye, just put a little bit of wax on. Helps keep the thread where you want it, not too much. Wax and UV and varnish tend not to mix very well, so you need to build it up enough to be able to get the eyes on. Okay, that should be about enough. So we're going to build it up with UV around the eyes, make sure the eyes are stuck on properly. Oops. Just tighten the vice up. Snip that off. Tail length, up to you. Club waters, possibly there. And the other waters, as long as you like. As long as you leave it, the longer length you leave it, the more it'll wrap around the hook when you're fishing, like that. So, but the more movement you'll get. So as long as you're prepared just to keep having a look at it while you're fishing, make sure it's not wrapped around the hook, you'll get more movement. So I'll cut mine off probably about there, so probably twice the length of the hook. Cut it off there, don't just cut it off, you need the fibres on the back, makes it look nice. The eyes, these are from eBay. Instead of being £3.50 for 20 from fly tying shops, I paid just over £4 for 500. They come in yellow, red and black. So have a look on eBay for craft eyes, I believe. Well, I'm just going to get rid of some bits of fluff and fur that's stuck out there. The way we do that is with a lighter. That's it. And I'm going to stick the eyes on with the UV. This is Vineyard's Flight Iron UV resin, low viscosity, Betford, good stuff. It's alright. It's about £8 a tube. I've had that for 3 months. You can screw the top off. Keep going wrong with your camera. It comes with 3 nozzles. Screw that back on. Just a little dot of resin on one side. Pick the eyes up. Don't put one like that. They can be a bit fiddly. Oh dear. Be a lot fiddly by the looks of it. Sometimes they go straight on, sometimes they don't. So I dropped that one on the floor, so see, that one's gone straight on. I'm just going to press a little tiny spot of resin. You can move them about, but what's that? And just play it with torch, just for a few seconds. I'll keep it in place. It takes longer to put eyes on than it does to actually tie the fly. And to be honest, it's debatable whether they make any difference to fish, but I like them, so. Bit of resin on there. That one went on a bit easier, didn't it? I'll just UV that. We need to build the head up then with UV. Without filling the eye with it. So what I do, I'll leave my torch on. Spot on there. Just make sure the eye's alright. I'll not move it out away completely. Spot on there. Straight in with torch. Make sure the eye's clear. I'm just going to put a tiny bit more on head, on the top. It'll do. And finally, last of all, varnish. I always varnish UV, it stops it going white. Just a spot and leave that to dry for 24 hours. Make sure the eye is clear, and there we have a fry pattern. The varnish applicator, by the way, is buy these on eBay. I'm not a fan of eBay, but these are alright. They're empty paint spot. You can get them in car repair shops. They come empty and just fill it with varnish. So they've got a brush in them, which you've just seen me use, and they've also got a needle top, which is brilliant for dispensing. You see the varnish coming out at the top now, so I can just spot onto the fly head if it's a small fly head. Brilliant buy. They're about £1.50 each. That's about it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.